Hi, my name's Phil. I've just bought the RIDGID 5 tool kit, which is a battery driven set of tools. So I wanted to show you what's in the box, show you the tools, just to give you an idea of what's here. So you see I've already opened the lid. I've already had the toolkit out, to be very honest with you, but it comes all kitted up in this long bag. So that's one thing that you have to get used to. Big long bag, and it's very heavy. Making you think at least you've purchased something of value, because the weight is pretty significant. I've already got a couple of the items out of the bag, but let me just unzip it. And it's got a zip here and a metal insert around the zip, which will keep the bag open for you for when you want to open it and have a look in without it closing up automatically. So what I'm going to do is take each item out of the bag just so you can have a quick look at it. Everything in the bag is in a plastic container. So the first thing we get is the saw for the circular saw. There's a saw bit for the sawzall, and the belt clips for each of the devices which you might want to use to hang on to your belt. There's also clearly within this a set of guides and the warranty information. So that's what's the first thing that comes out. I've already unboxed this and unbagged it, but this is the battery charger, which looks very significant. On the battery charger you've got two connectors there that you can hang it onto the wall, and that's actually what I do, but it will sit nicely on the bench if you want to just sit it somewhere flat on the bench. The batteries themselves I've also got out of their bags because I've just charged them up. When I got them out, they had about 2 lights of battery power. I've charged them fully now, and you'll see that there's 4 lights there, so they're fully charged. They simply clip straight into the battery charger like so. These are 4 amp hour batteries, so they're pretty significant. If you're used to the 2-hour batteries or the previous lithium ion batteries that RIDGID supplied, these are probably half the weight again. We have the handle that you put on your drill. So let's get the first of the drills out. The first drill, one of the things that really attracted me to this kit was the hammer drill. I have a normal drill but was missing the hammer action. If you want to drill into anything like a concrete or a wall, something of that kind of nature, a normal drill just doesn't cut the mustard. So the fact that we've got a hammer drill here is fantastic. There's 3 settings. There's a hammer setting, a normal screwing setting, and there's a drill setting. And of course we could just clip into the battery like so and unlock it, because there's a lock, and there we are. And you can see the lights around the Gen 5 RIDGID tool. They light up the area that you are going to be drilling, and there's a 2-speed on the top. I'm not going to go into details about every tool. The next tool is the one I've got out. Actually happens to be just a little flashlight tool. The flashlight tool works very well just as a chargeable torch, which I thought was useful just for me. You can see that's a switch on and off. That would last days with this 4 amp hour battery. Even with the 2 amp hour battery, this would probably last 12 hours or so. And Of course, in this light it's not very interesting. One of the interesting things about it is that it does allow you to rotate the lamp, so you can turn the light sideways or really all the way nearly to 90 degrees above you, so you can put the tool on a surface and light an area that you happen to be working with. This is probably the cheapest element of the whole thing, but the fact that you've got a rechargeable torch is a very nice little bonus, and it's simply switch on and off. Then we come to the next drill, the impact driver, again in its plastic container. I had the previous version, the Gen 4, I still have it actually, but the Gen 5 just came in the kit. It's a fairly normal impact driver, does a great job, has the lovely lighting around the outside as you've seen before. This driver has a difference in the sense that it's got 3 different speed settings. Now I'm on the speed setting 3, which is the fastest, but the trigger is speed sensitive, so if you only push it in a little bit, it's very slow and gets faster as you put it in. So having 3 different speed settings is a little bit strange. But on one, if I pull it all the way in, it's probably very powerful, got a lot of torque, but slowly drilling in your screw. So there's 3 different speed settings there. That's about all I can say about that. These are great tools, they do the job, and that's it. So that's the new Gen 5 impact driver. Then we come to the other non-drill tools. The first one out of the bag I'm going to get is the circular saw. The circular saw is a very beefy piece of kit. I haven't put the saw on it yet. It's pretty good, its weight is nice. It has a lovely feel, it's very solid, and it has normal levers which allow you to adjust the angles, and these are clickable angles which are excellent for setting angles for sawing. The same this side as well allows you to adjust the depth that the saw is going to go into your material. At the back end here is where you would put the battery, so just to give it a spin for you, I will slide the battery into position. It's in there now and all ready to go. The release lock is this little thumb, so you can use either a finger or thumb, holding it right hand, left hand on this bit. Hold that down, and so that's it, driving the circular saw. There are other videos online that you can see the performance of this device, and it performs incredibly well. I would keep the 4 amp hour battery on there because you want as much power turning that as possible. So I will store that to the side. Oh, by the way, there is a light as well which turns on as you press the button. There's a little switch as well that lights up the area that you're going to be sawing. And the final device is the Sawzall. And the Sawzall is something that I really was missing, and this is another reason that I really wanted to get this device. There's a locking switch here. This is now unlocked or locked, and we have an orbital selector that adjusts the cutting action. You can release the shoe here, pull that in and out to your required depth, and this also rotates as well, and it's very easy to turn this collar and slide your saw in, and you're ready to go straight away. If you want to just hear that in action, again, it doesn't have the saw in, of course, but simply clip that in, unlock it, and it even has again a light showing the area that you would be sawing. So that's one of the things about all of the Gen 5 pieces of kit. They all have a light to light up the area that you're going to be sawing. So if I just put those all out for you, you get a good idea of what these devices all are. These are not brushless devices, but the Generation 5 brushless kit is more expensive. Theoretically, the brushless kit can last longer and potentially provide more RPM on those tools that all spin. But for a general garage, I think these are more than significant, and the fact that they are battery powered gives you so much freedom for anything you want to do.